Hi Scorpio, I hope you're all really well. This is your May 2016 reading. Just a quick reminder, and also thank you for subscribing and liking and sharing and everything. I really appreciate it. A quick reminder, this is just a general reading for Scorpios. It might not apply to all of you. Please check out your rising sign and your moon sign as well. Below are all the extra messages for May, the extra psychic messages on Vimeo video. They're listed below. And this month I've just decided to do extra love messages, so they're all about love. If you would like a private reading from me, please click upon the link in the corner. This will take you to the website. There's loads of different readings on there. There's loads of different prices. So get yourself booked in. I would love to do one for you, and I'll speak to you soon on that one. And right, let's get on with the reading. Let's move this one out of the way. Let's turn the Five of Cups around. Okay. Not a great card to start off with. It is one of your cards. It's a Cups card. It usually stands for Scorpio or Pisces, or both of you. So it's in your rising sign as well, your moon sign. It could also be, it could be somebody around you who's also a Scorpio as well. So there is some sadness there is some sorrow. We're concentrating on the broken cups and not the two cups that you've still got. So you're not being thankful for what you've got in your life. You're focusing on something that's going wrong within your life around the beginning of the month. The first, I would say first 1 to 2 weeks of the month, there is something going on there that you're not happy about. And so it could be you, it could be somebody around you as well who's got a lot of Scorpio in the moon sign or the rising sign, or who is also a Scorpio. So there's a lot of ups and downs. Your emotions might be up and down due to what's going on in your life. There's focusing on loss, and there's a lot of changes going on. I think there's a lot of changes going on around you in your world. So there is an upheaval going on at the moment for you, but we have got a ton of planets, not a ton, we've got about 5 planets in retrograde. We're in Mercury retrograde as well. So everything is about re-looking at things, reassessing things, looking at old relationships, looking at old situations, looking at the way that you've done things in the past and looking to change things for the future, reassessing your way of thinking. You may be reassessing a job, reassessing a relationship. There could be changes going on at work for you, changes going on in relationships, and it's all very busy for you, or there's things coming out the blue and you're like, oh God, this is happening, that's happening, all the rest of it. Feeling bitter about problems instead of trying to be happy about them, and concentrating, like I say, on the 2 cups that you've still got. There is still an awful lot of good stuff going on in your life. There's still a lot of contentment there and everything, but there is a focus at the moment because your challenge card is the 9 of Pentacles. So your challenge at the moment is spiritual growth, is happiness, is being balanced and in control of things. Now, some of these things could be karmic, they could be out of your hands, so you've got no real control over what's happening at the moment, especially with the planets. So it's going to be natural for you to feel a loss of control at the moment, but you have to try and focus on all the good stuff that's going on in your life. Be thankful. I've said this a million times before. Be thankful for the food on your table, be thankful for your family, be thankful for waking up every morning, for the sun coming out every day. Focus on something that's happy and try and do that. But like I say, that might feel like a little bit of a challenge. Don't beat yourself up too much about things. Just try and nurture yourself as much as you can. Get enough sleep, get enough water down you, eat as healthily as you can, try and stay as balanced as you can. If you find yourself focusing on crap that's going on in your life, if you can realize that's what you're focusing on and pull yourself back from that, because remember, your thoughts and what you focus on, you get more of in your life. It just reflects back to you. So for a lot of you, there are some things that are coming in that you are reaping the rewards from, but somehow it's not making you that happy. So again, there are some things coming in for you, and it's like you're looking at these things that are being brought into fruition and going, yeah, whatever, yeah, whatever. Concentrate and get a lot more happy and a lot more thankful for what's coming in. Just in the past position, we've got the Five of Swords. So there has been some sort of problem. I think this is probably, I wouldn't actually say partnership related. I would say this is more family related or maybe work related, where things have not gone too smoothly for you recently, and you've just found yourself struggling with things. But with the Five of Swords, he's collected swords around his waist here, as you can see. So he's been through the fire, he's been through the fight, he's been through the struggle, he's come out the other side, and he has actually won. Maybe you don't realise you're winning. Maybe you don't realise that things are going to be successful and things are coming good for you. Maybe you can't see it yet, because you're just concentrating on all the bad stuff. But you've earned brownie points with this card. You have come through something. There's a healing there for you. There's a vitality as well, and an energy with this card that comes through. I feel like whoever you've had a conflict with, or whatever the situation is that you've been trying to fight through, there's been grief on the other side as well. You were not the only one that was unscathed. You were not the only one that was hurt. You were not the only one that felt sorrow. I think the other party also felt like this. There's been some sort of for some of you, this is a breakup of some sort. It's the loss of a job, or it's a lack of communication between you and a family member, maybe maybe a partner or someone you were dating, but there's been this cut off of a lack of communication. You've not been able to understand each other in something, and that's part of being what the struggle is, or it's a loss of job, or it's a loss of something. Somebody's gone away, but you can't see it yet. You can't see that actually there was success. You did earn brownie points in it, and you did come out on top. You just can't see it yet. You can't see it because of the struggle. I need to have a sip of water because I'm going to really cough. Just bear with me. Sorry about that. Right. I get all excited about doing my reading sometimes, and then I just go down the wrong way. Right. Present position consciousness is the Five of Swords. So again, relating to all of this that's going on, you need to be really mentally alert at the moment. You need to think about what you're doing. You need to be very aware of what's going on around you, and you need to use your mental powers. You need to come out your heart a little bit. A lot of you work from feelings and work from the heart a little bit, but in order to crack this problem, to break it wide open, to fix things, you need to think a little bit more clearly than you're thinking. You might have to step away from the situation, and in some cases there has been a stepping away from a situation because that has happened. So there is you're reassessing a situation, you're re-looking at something in order to see how it can be changed, how it can be moved forward. For some of you, this is just like these delays and cancellations going on, and because of the retrogrades that's happening around you, you need to use your rational mind though. At the moment, there is something coming up, or you're already involved in something that needs your logical mind. So maybe you have lost a job, so now you need to focus on looking for a new job. You need to focus, it might be something to do with paperwork. You're having to focus on paperwork, you're having to focus on finances, you're having to focus on getting a situation or a relationship back on track again. And in order to do that, you need to be able to look at it in a clear way. And while you're doing this, it's not making you too it's not making you all that happy to have to do that. But again, there is a struggle there around the first week or two of the month where it's not going to be that great. You are being asked though, with this card, to stop being secretive with others. If you are being secretive with other people, to be more open with them, to be more honest with them, because when other people look at you, sometimes if you're going in on yourself and you're getting logical and everything, that's fantastic. Sometimes Scorpios will go into their shell, so to speak, so that people around them, there is a lack of communication, there is a lack of clarity from others around, because they can't understand what's going on with you, they can't see what's going on with you, because there's a lack of communication. And you might be trying to figure all this out in your head and being logical, which is fantastic, but don't be secretive with others, with family, with friends, with loved ones. Let other people know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what is going on with you. Support can come from all different directions that you may not even realise they can come from. And simply by speaking your truth and saying what your fears are, what you're going through, what the problem is at the moment, they can help. Never be too proud to accept help. For some of you, you are studying something, you are learning something, you are becoming very aware of something. Some of you are going through a mini awakening at the moment, where more information is coming to you about the way the world works, the outside things coming in, and you're becoming more awake to that, and you're trying to delve into it and you're trying to figure it out. Literally, with that, you're gonna have to use it. If it's spiritual stuff that you're learning, if it's spiritual stuff that you're becoming aware of, you're gonna have to use a mixture of heart and mind on that one. Most things spiritually cannot be worked out with just the mind, but you are getting closer, you are doing well, you're coming out of the Maya. We've got success here, which is the Six of Wands. That success is saying you're going to be recognised for something that you're doing. So it's a pat on the back. So you're going to be recognised for the amount of hard work you're putting in finding a new job, or the amount of work you're trying to put into reconciling a relationship, or a family relationship that may have broken down. And I do feel like this is not particularly romantic. This is family relationships or a job that's going on with you. But there is success coming through on that one. And we've got the Tower card as well. These two cards are going together. These two cards are going together, even though they don't look like they're going together. You've got success coming through here, even though you don't realise it, even though you don't realise you've got the brownie points yet, or the scout points, whatever you want to call them. The Tower's coming in as well within the next couple of weeks, which is your roots, your foundation being shook in some way. For some of you, it's just a run of bad luck. So it's going shopping and forgetting your money and not bringing any money with you, and going through a bit of embarrassment and looking stupid. you know, getting a flat tire, getting things gone wrong that way. Suddenly everything has to be fixed. You've got things breaking down with the retrograde. You've got electrical problems going on. You're forgetting things. It could be just a run of bad luck like that. For others of you, though, because of what's going on, maybe this loss of job has caused the tower to fall, because it's now put you in a position where only your logic is going to sort things out for you. The loss of a family relationship in some way, or argument, or lack of communication, which you need to work on. And it feels like your world's falling in. It feels like your world's falling down. And to a certain extent it is. Awakenings come into this as well. But it is a blessing in disguise. The Tower card is a blessing in disguise because it shows you where things are wrong. It shows you what's not right in your life. And it shows you that you have to step up to the mark now and make things right in your life. So it's actually a really good card. It's a sweeping away, it's a clearing away of everything, and it looks terrible. It looks like things are really going badly, but at some point in the future you will look back on it and realise that you actually grew from that, that you spiritually grew from that. It's a liberation, it's almost a revolution, it's things coming out that you rise, especially for Scorpios, when this happens, you rise like a phoenix from the ashes, you are reborn, and you start again. And when you start again, you've got new spiritual growth there, you've got new ways of thinking there, you've got a new way of doing things there, and you're coming out successfully on top because of the six of Wands. So it looks bloody awful, but it's not actually. It's made to show you what is wrong in your life, whether you're looking to a family relationship for security or something, or for trust, and then you realise that that trust isn't there, or that security isn't there, and your tower falls down. It has stopped you doing that in the future. It's brought it to light, and it hurts when things are brought to light. It causes pain and sorrow, because you think, how can I have been so stupid? How can I have looked at things in that way when they were so totally wrong, the way you were looking at things? But it gives you resolve. It gives you that phoenix from the ashes rising in order to go forward in a different way. So even if it looks bad, it's sometimes karmically things come in to change you. The universe will bring things into things that you're trying to hide from, things that you don't want to look at, things that psychologically, mentally, even heartfelt, things are shown to you. The light is shined onto things for you to see where it's wrong, and that's bad when that happens. It's an upheaval, but it changes you, and there is success there. The overall energy for the whole of the month is having temperance, is the Temperance card. This is having patience. Have patience with yourself, have patience with the fact there's going to be delays and setbacks and everything else, for the first couple, at least for the first couple of weeks. Things are getting better as you go through this and spiritually grow. So have patience. Have patience with those people around you as well. People do things for a reason, but they don't always know what that reason is. They do it because they think they're doing the best for you, and maybe you've taken something the wrong way, but they do things for a reason for you. Most people do not go out and deliberately hurt somebody else. It's not the way most normal people work. They always try to do something which is helpful to somebody else. Sometimes it backfires and sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes their ego is in the way and all they think of is themselves. But most of the time This is getting a balance within yourself. It's finding that control again after the upheaval of the Tower. Finding that balance, finding your strength. Don't go over the top in loads of things. Don't go to extremes. Just keep the equilibrium going. If you think about a seesaw, sit in the middle of the seesaw, so both sides of the seesaw are balanced as you go through. This is one of your cards as well. So this is definitely a good advice for you. You can reach higher planes of consciousness at the moment. You can have an awakening at the moment and spiritually grow if you keep things in moderation, if you keep things as balanced as you can. So if somebody does something wrong to you, if this tower falls, it's going to be the way that you react to it, which is going to bring the best outcome. If you start screaming and shouting and getting angry or getting freaked out about something that happens to you, that's going to carry on. If you take some deep breaths and think, okay, let's think logically about this, let's be clear-headed about this and think, where do I go from here? How do I sort this problem out? Things are easier. Things get easier for you, and it teaches how to deal with things in different ways. Even if you're involved with another person, a family relationship or something, or a crappy boss at work, don't drop down to their level. If they're screaming and shouting, don't match them, don't reflect it back to them. But at the same time, when whatever's going on is going to happen, just be open and honest with people about what you're thinking and what you're feeling, because the support will come then. If you're not understanding something, get help with it. If you're not understanding, go out and do the research. If you're not understanding which direction you need to go in to get a new job because you've just lost your job, deep breaths, start your research, start voicing your opinion and your feelings and the way you think to others, and the universe will bring that help into you to do it. I actually think by the end of the month, for those of you who are having sort of money or loss of job or loss of family, it comes back together again. There's a new phase starting by the end of the month, which is really good for you. People, family, friends around you. We've got the Queen of Cups. Now the Queen of Cups is somebody, again, this is one of your cards, but I think whatever this problem is, or this loss of job, or this loss of family member, or this loss of, they're Scorpio too, or they've got it in their rising sign or their moon sign. They've got a lot of Scorpio planetary going on as well, because this is people and friends around you. For some, you could be having problems with your children. This is what it is. It's like a battle of wills that you're having with somebody. But whoever this is around you that comes in and causes these problems and causes this tower upheaval, they're also a very feeling person. They're very intuitive. They're very work off their feelings. Now, if two of you are working off your feelings, you're not going to get very far. You will clash. One's going to be hurt, the other person's going to be hurt, and all it is going to be a clash of hurt. If you move back up into your logical self as well, that will help balance things out. It'll help balance the relationship out. This person around you as well is quite sort of psychic and intuitive. There's a lot of layers to this person that you're dealing with, so you need to be aware of that. You need to be aware that there is, don't judge a book by its cover. There's a far more there than you can actually see with them. They may be difficult to work out. They may be difficult to understand. But this person's got Scorpio in them as well, or this situation. As I say, it could be a boss, a family member, could be a partner. I'm not sure about that one. But reflect it back to you. Because if you're both Scorpios, and you've got that, or they've got that in their planetary action, just whatever their behavior is, reflect it back to yourself and say, what are they showing me about my personality, about myself, that I'm not seeing? Think about it. But this person as well is usually very kind, very generous, very likes to help others, is very sympathetic to others. There's been, I feel like there's a clash of personality here with you and somebody else, either in a job or a family thing, which has led to the Tower coming down. But if you can think about things in a different way, or do it in a different way, how you normally do it, and are just completely open about it, then this situation will turn around again. This is what's going to bring in the success. Or if it's an actual situation, don't concentrate on the sorrow, concentrate on the 2 cups that you've still got. Put your nose to the grindstone, do some more research, get up out of the feelings, the depth of the water that you're in, and get into your head more to work things out. If this is a person, they've usually got blue eyes and blonde hair, or they've usually got light coloured eyes at least. So if this person's around you, you'll know who it is. This person is very loyal as well. So it's, you know, there's definitely been some sort of clash of personality here. Maybe it may be because you're actually very, very much alike, and you both trigger each other off in certain ways. But remember what I said, look back at yourself and you'll actually see what it is they're setting off in you, and you need to come back up into your head. Because actually this other person can be very they lift people up where they go usually. So it's almost like you're facing somebody who you think is an enemy, but they're not actually an enemy. You could actually work together with them, or you can actually work out the family situation. You're probably more on the same page than you realise, but maybe you're communicating together in the wrong way. If you're scared about the whole month being complete disaster, it's not. 9 of Cups is coming in, saying again, stay as positive as you can throughout the month, and that will bring things back together. It brings reunions back together. It brings people and situations a calmness and a balance that they need to have, and it brings victory and success, which is this card as well, and this card. So there is success there. You can do it and you can figure it out. Remember that everybody's one. Whatever's going on in the world, you're just all one. Those of you who've got health problems during the month, and this could be part of the upheaval, your health problems will get better during the month as long as you're nurturing yourself. You will feel a lot healthier and a lot more energetic as the month goes on. So that will be good for you. Sorry about that, it was a knock at the door. So basically, by the end of the month, balance is restored, harmony is restored, everything comes good. The disaster, the upheaval, the run of bad luck, whatever it was that you thought you had, or that you did have in the first couple of weeks, comes good. And on the other side of that is more happiness, more rainbows. It's all a lot better. There's a time of it's a completion time as well. So the arguments will be resolved and sorted out by the end of the month. You will be in a better position. Your health will improve. Those of you that have lost jobs, and that refers to that, by the end of the month you're into a new cycle where your money and or a job will come through for you. So that's really good as well. It's you attaining your goals. It's you getting there, and being really positive about things. There's happiness on all levels. So just remember, whatever you're going through, where we've got the Nine of Coins here is a bit of a struggle. Concentrate on the good stuff, and that's what's going to come through. By the end of the month, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning for you. It's turning up. It's going in the positive way. It's going into a new cycle for you. And this very much relates to planetary stuff going on around you as well. And it says that there's ups and downs within life, and when we learn to go with the flow of life, when we learn not to not book the system, when we just learn to go with it more and find a balance in between with whatever's going wrong in our lives, it just comes out better than it did before. It doesn't cause quite as much heartache as maybe it used to do. There is a learning. So you've gone through lessons and you've learned things by the end of the month, which then starts you onto the Wheel of Fortune, which there's things turning out in a much better way. So like I said, the health is improved, the new job will be found by the end of the month, the relationship will be fixed, especially if it's a family relationship, which I think it's referring to in this, or it's something to do with children, arguments around children. It's definitely a battle of wills there, so I sort of feel that with that, but it brings new beginnings for you. It's you mastering your own destiny and being completely in control of things, and knowing that you can be in control as well, in a good way, not in a controlling way with other people. It's a balance within yourself. It's the yin and yang within yourself. So right, that's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it helps you out during the month. Whatever's going on, remember the seesaw. Okay, namaste. I love you loads. Bye.